good. Just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, 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 oh. I said,
everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, where we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Wilson Seahawks going up against Dalton's Bengals. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. One receiver left, two to the right. Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. Now Wilson on second down. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. And this offense often hinges on one of the best tight ends in the league, and that's Jimmy Graham.
I think he made up for lost time when he got to the NFL because in college, he was mainly a basketball player, a defender who couldn't score. Now he's flipped it around in the NFL. Every time he touches the ball, he's a threat to score.
The play fake. Here's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. It's a big hook up there. Wilson to Baldwin. 42 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a...
Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
A first carry now. This is Hill. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. And the offense trots out onto the field.
And A.J. Green is an absolute playmaker on the perimeter for his team.
And Dalton to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Michael Bennett is one of the best pass-rushing defensive linemen in the game. Normally plays defensive end, but when they go to those nickel packages and he works inside, look out, offensive guards. You got a problem.
He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Marvin Lewis going to leave the offense out there. 4th down, they're going for it. Time running out here on the play clock. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They run. It's Hill. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go back to the air here after the INT. They'll roll him out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
When you play against Carlos Dunlap, you have to think protecting your passer. He knows how to get upfield and rush the quarterback.
Second and 10 now. Wilson. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They go play action with Wilson, surveying the field. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Geno Atkins in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Really good, solid run right there. And they did it from a 4-wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
A strong running. Jeremy Hill there was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Here's John Ryan now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's John Ryan now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Jones on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. And the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have taken the lead. to make it 7-0 Bengals. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is...
There he goes left side. The 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Kristen Michael, 88 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing out. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive.
Trying to get it to LaFell, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back in.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On second down, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Flushed out right. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Here's John Ryan now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So the defense gets the pick. The offense, Charles, they go backwards, but they do get 3 points.
Very happy to get to 3, but you know who's happier? The defensive team on the other side. They shut them down after the turnover.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Brandon, while we have a quick second here, can we talk about the Ravens a little bit?
Sure.
Because they're off to a 3-0 start. Remember the rough season they had last year with all the injuries, and they're getting a lot of those guys back and playing at a really high level. Joe Flacco from his knee injury, Steve Smith Sr. from the Achilles, Terrell Suggs from an Achilles, and it's all coming together early for Baltimore.
Yeah, they always seem to be in the mix. Big win, although it was in Jacksonville, is now 0-3. Big road win this past week.
Remember in preseason, Jacksonville was one of those very trendy picks to compete for the playoffs.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, Hill fighting through. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And quickly they get to the line. And Dalton to throw. He's got time. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. Third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on third and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green, as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. After the touchdown, here's Mike Nugent now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. In my book, that's running the ball well but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. So Dalton now. Got a man, it's right. And he's brought down after a good game. 23 yards on the play.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll run it here with Bernard. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. Here's Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Well, let's switch gears for a second, Charles, because after this last week, social media was all abuzz about Terrell Pryor. He did everything for Cleveland. He caught a pass. He threw a pass. He rushed the football. He even played safety.
And I think that not just social media having a ball with this one because he's a throwback. It was that type of a day. How about the buzz that has to be going throughout the league with the players because there are a number of guys now going to their coaches saying, you know something, I can do all those things Pryor can do. Let me have a chance.
I think he even flew the chartered flight home from Miami. I mean, he did everything in that game.
Contact.
He's got time in the pocket. Now he steps away, and he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Second down following the incompletion.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll begin here with Bernard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd down, Dalton on the screen, Bernard. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And they're going to speed things up here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you can...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on 2nd down.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Another pistol look here. On the run, this is Michael. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incomplete.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Finding time. Trying to lay one up deep. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Dalton bootlegs out. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Okay, your nose keep running and the money keep coming. Hey, I'ma keep ballin'. Hey, rock a park spallin'. Hey, carefree, I've been living carefree. So much in the air, we can barely even breathe. Hey, I rarely worry about things I don't know. You say I'm living wrong, you ain't wrong, money long way. So think about it, it ain't nothing I don't know. All the money that I saw, I don't think I'm ever wrong.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's the Bengals going up against the Buccaneers. So let's get you over to Tampa as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. One receiver to the left is Evans.
Ready, blue lady. Flip, flip, flip. Ready, flip, blue lady.
On 1st and 10, Winston drops it off to Martin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles Sims, the intended target. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Sims had a nice game against the Rams in relief of Doug Martin. He had 55 yards on the ground and 13 carries, also 69 yards receiving.
And we got to see his versatility on display yet again. And remember, coming out of college, 2 different places, University of Houston and West Virginia. Ran it, caught it, you name it, he did it. And if you get him in space, look out. He makes people miss and creates big gains.
Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down, Winston. And Brate has it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Jameis to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Complete. He finds Brate. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence. I know I'm getting old, and I'm going to sound like that guy, but go ahead and work with me here. The evolution of the receivers, again, back towards the tall guys, the lengthy guys who can run. And Mike Evans is a great example of that.
And Mike Evans, he had a great game in Week 3. First Buccaneer to have a receiving touchdown in each of the first 3 weeks of the season. And he had 3 total in 2015.
Good luck trying to match up with him. I know the corners get paid big money to do so, but he can go over the top on you, and he can run by you.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And the offense inside the 5 here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he puts it through. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third down from the gun. Dalton surveying the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. A dump off now to Hill. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So Dalton now. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up second down. And here are the starters. Charles, what are your thoughts on Jeremy Hill?
He provides a thump in this offense. A great runner who goes inside and establishes a tone for his team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. A.J. Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 56 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Oh, and you just can't do that. 15 yards on the roughing the kicker call.
Absolutely inexcusable. The kicker's in a defenseless position, and he just gets taken out.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. Cincinnati now ready to take.
Instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They begin the drive with Hill. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he's got the hook up to Brandon LaFell. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because...
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Evans has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Flushed out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries from 10 yards out. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Penalty marker is down here. And the kicker commits the kicker's cardinal sin. He kicks it out of bounds. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first. Here's Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Dalton once more. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Passing, it's Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback.
4th and 1. This is what fullbacks live for. They're always the guys with all the marks on their helmets because they love sticking their heads in there to fight for the tough yards. And he gets the tough yards here to give his guys a first down.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Time to step aside. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Dalton throwing on second down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. 6 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here it's third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now a second down throw for Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Big sack on second down. Now the offense needs to convert here on third. Third and long for Winston. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones. Pulled in at the 24. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw here, Dalton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for them. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Ayers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Dalton now to pass. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. So Dalton now. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. So they are going for it. Now Dalton, forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And now they're in the hurry up. The play fake to Hill. Dalton.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. And Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Dalton. A dump off now to Hill. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Another chance for Dalton. And that is incomplete. And now on 4th down, Dalton will give way to his field goal team and Mike Nugent. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Nugent puts it through, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And some room to work. Cutback. There goes Doug Martin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Doug Martin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ray Malaluga. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Underneath here to Hill. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
From midfield here, Dalton on the screen, Bernard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Dalton now to pass. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
On the right side, caught by Green. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. That's caught at the 2. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. And now it's 2nd and goal. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
And there's the head linesman right on it to spot him short of the goal line. They gave it to the fullback there, trying to let him just ram his way across. But things are going to get interesting now on 3rd and goal.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll run it with Hill. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard taking it in. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on 4th down. Let's go get it, because nowadays you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
1 receiver left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Winston drops it off to Martin. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay 1st down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 3rd down, Winston escaping the pressure right. He's got Evans. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Pick me up. Here we go.
1st down. Here's the run with Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go now.
Winston now from the 50. This is caught by Jackson. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Back to the ground, Martin. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance.
Ready. Blue ready.
Now Jameis on second down. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They pitch it out to Martin. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Let's go now. 25. Check. 4 down. 4 down. Flip.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Second down, Winston. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
4 down. Ready.
Toss play to Sims. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready.
4th down, Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Now, well, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
10 yards still left on second down. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the buck. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll run for it with Martin. And he finds his way into the end zone as the lead moves to 10. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quick.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. Only one timeout defensively, so this should just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome. Put a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
And he knocks it through. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.